Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Dick Johnson Show. I'll be your host, Richard the Dick Johnson. Hello, everyone. Richard the Dick Johnson here. With the evidence that I'm fixing to show you, and trust me, there's a whole lot more out there. The question is, why hasn't this bitch been put in prison for life? With all the lies and the corruption, the fraud, and the obstruction of justice investigation that Hillary's mob family has gone through, they would have put anyone else on death row. Listen, I've come up with the only reason for how Hillary has gotten away with what she has done for so long. So make sure you watch the whole video. It's got one hell of a surprise in it.
The great story here for anybody willing to find it and write about it and explain it is this vast right-wing conspiracy.
Senator Clinton has extraordinary ability to obfuscate, refuse to answer questions, avoid confrontations, and up until now has been given a pass.
We know that Hillary's an insecure person. Secure people don't lie. They don't lie inveterately the way she does.
The core of the controversy is how truthful Mrs. Clinton has been in answering questions, sometimes under oath, about Whitewater and other...
I finally parted company with Hillary Clinton when I saw how she was using private detectives to investigate the women who were linked to her husband. Not to change him, not to reform him, not to make him a better person, but to cow the women into silence so that he could get elected president.
If you notice, Hillary knew about his indiscretions, but never left him. Now, a lot of you would say, well, she was committed to her husband. Well, you're partially right. She was committed. But anyway, she needed him for her agenda to become president.
One thing about Hillary, Bill was just a good timing guy. But Hillary, she's an animal. Hillary is the one that I promise you, she pulls the strings. She pulled him in Arkansas. She pulled him in the White House when she was there as the First Lady. And my God, if she gets to be president.
We've seen rage and violence directed at American embassies over an awful internet video that we had nothing to do with.
What difference at this point does it make?
When I think back now to that day and what she knew, you know, it shows me a lot about her character, that she would choose in that moment to basically perpetuate what she knew was untrue.
I have been a critic of NAFTA from the very beginning.
Frequent favorable comments about NAFTA, including this one in 1996.
Oh, I think that everybody is in favor of free and fair trade, and I think that NAFTA is proving its worth.
Participants in that event said, quote, her remarks were totally pro-NAFTA. And when Barack Obama sent out this mailer last month in Ohio arguing that Clinton actually supported NAFTA as First Lady, Clinton exploded, accusing Obama of dirty tricks.
So shame on you, Barack Obama. They are going to people showing videos of Donald Trump insulting Islam and Muslims in order to recruit more radical jihadists.
Fact checkers have said that she was wrong. There is no video.
I remember landing under sniper fire. There was supposed to be some kind of a greeting ceremony at the airport, but instead we just ran with our heads down to get into the vehicles to get to our base.
Her arrival in Bosnia was not quite as dramatic as Clinton put it. Memory should always match the videotape.
All my grandparents, came over here, and
turns out only one was an immigrant, 3 were not.
Server contains personal communications from my husband and me. The server will remain private.
Only time I got on the internet, I did 2 emails. Otherwise, I didn't want to be one of them.
We have some breaking news out of Washington. Federal authorities are now investigating claims of corruption tied to the Clinton Foundation. That is the charity of Bill and Hillary Clinton. CNN Justice reporter Laura Jarrett is joining us with more details on this. Laura Jarrett, fill us in.
Hi, Anna. Well, CNN has learned that federal authorities down in Arkansas are now actively investigating the Clinton Family Foundation for public corruption, alleged public corruption. A U.S. official tells me that the FBI and federal prosecutors down in Little Rock are specifically digging into whether foundation donors were improperly promised policy favors or special access to Clinton while she was Secretary of State in exchange for donations to the charity's coffers. And they're examining whether nonprofit tax laws were followed.
Not only has the Clinton clan escaped conviction, they have gotten others to fall on their swords to protect the Clinton family. And don't forget the over 50 suspicious deaths surrounding the Clintons. Now, this could be total coincidence, but think about it. How many of you know someone close to you that has committed suicide? These people know of over a dozen. James Milan was found decapitated. However, the coroner ruled his death was due to natural causes. Holy shit. I guess when it's your time, you need to hold on your head or it'll just pop right the fuck off. That's a scary thought there. Suzanne Coleman reportedly had an affair with Bill Clinton when he was Arkansas Attorney General. She died of a gunshot wound to the back of her head. She was also pregnant at the time of her death. Couple questions there. Why would a woman, possibly pregnant with Bill Clinton's baby, commit suicide? And how in the hell did she shoot herself in the back of the fucking head? Back in the early 1930s, there was another person that made the same exact deal as Hillary. Then, while sitting in jail for a failed coup to take over the government, Adolf Hitler made a deal with the devil to become the leader of Germany. Hillary made a deal with the devil at an early age. The problem was, for that time, she was a female, and that hindered her from getting what she wanted. So she had to find someone that would allow her to call the shots from behind the facade of gender bias. And along came William Jefferson Clinton, an easygoing, fun-loving guy. This was a guy that she could stand behind and pull all the strings. This guy would lead the way to the White House, where Hillary thought she was destined. By the time the Clintons were in Arkansas's governor's office, Bill was in way too deep. The scandals had already started, and Hillary had been working on cover-ups. The corruption had begun. Now, by no means am I saying Bill Clinton is innocent. But with all the research I've done, I come up with this theory. Hillary has called all the shots, and Bill was in it for the ride. And now there's only one way out for the bastard. I don't think he knew until after the fact. By the time he knew, it was just too late. Then it was her turn. Hillary had the devil in her corner. Look at this video and follow me along.
To send Catherine Cortez Masto to the United States Senate.
Hillary is giving a speech when some protesters start heckling. Then she did this. When she snaps her head around and stares at them, she shoots the evilest wide-eye glare I have ever seen. If you look hard, you can see her eyes get wider, and they appear to almost glow red. Blood red. I swear if she could, she would yell out something like this.
How dare you interrupt me? Do you know who I am?
Then she actually jumps when her handler touches her hand, and then goes back to normal when he tells her to keep talking.
Okay, here we are.
She gets right back, not only to bashing Trump, but she actually stoops to include his family.
We'll keep talking, and apparently these people are here to protest Trump because Trump and his kids have killed a lot of animals. So thank you for making that point.
Well, she ran for president and found out that she made a deal with the wrong person. The devil pulled the rug out from under her, and Hillary lost the election. Hillary lost to the one person that could not get the Democratic nomination in earlier elections, Mr. Donald John Trump. This angered her so much that she has gotten the Democratic Party to forget their agendas, forget their jobs, and do nothing but try to discredit and disgrace the President of the United States. If she can't have it, then nobody can. This is why the Democrat citizens are violently protesting and calling for impeachment. Not for what President Trump has done, but because Hillary says so. People, with all the scandals, investigations, and don't forget the impeachment of Mr. William Clinton, is Hillary really the person we want to represent the United States of America?
And I don't want to go around insulting people. I don't want to paint with a broad brush. Every immigrant is this, every African American is that, every, other person with, different religious beliefs or whatever. That's childish.
What do you think of Cory Booker's, and you didn't comment on him, and you feel free.
Oh, I adore him.
What do you think about him saying kick them in the shins, essentially? Start to get to that kind of political.
Well, that was Eric Holder.
Yeah, Eric Holder,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know they all look alike.
No, they don't. Oh, well done. Hillary, yeah,